I am shonen trash. That wasn't obvious enough from my clear love of My Hero Academia. Nevertheless, I don't often find myself talking about shonen titles on this channel, mostly due to the high saturation of YouTubers talking about them already. But I want to make a clear distinction by stating it's not due to the fact that they are long-form shows, because, as I said earlier, I am shonen trash. But today, I want to focus on a very large problem I have with the shonen genre: power creep. For those of you who don't know, power creep is usually a term involved with gaming that talks about the speed at which characters become stronger. But this has become increasingly more of a problem in the shonen genre, as longer shows have to continue raising the stakes to keep our attention. But as you can guess, the stakes can only get so high and the power so strong before situations start to become meaningless. Look no further than the Dragon Ball series. A good shonen, no doubt, but a major victim to its own power creep. At this point, what difference does it make if an ability can destroy 10 planets or 1,000? It's just very hard to give Goku an interesting fight when he is that powerful. Another show that falls victim to this problem is Hunter x Hunter. Once again, another absolutely fantastic battle shonen. But by the end of the Greed Island arc, it's apparent that Gon and Killua may just be some of the strongest hunters on the known planet. Nevertheless, in order to solve this problem for the Chimera Ant arc, it appears as though they simply made Gon and Killua weaker for no real reason, forcing them to go through another training arc which, from my opinion, merely got them back to the same point that they were already at. I know I'm going to have some tilted fans in the comments after that, but I do want to say that I love both of these shows. That doesn't mean that I'll let my love for these shows blind me from seeing their flaws, and I think that's a philosophy everyone should practice. Then again, I'm not your mother, so feel free to tear into me in the comments down below. So, how does one solve the problem of power creep? Dragon Ball's solution of escalating the situations each time only works to a certain extent, and Hunter x Hunter's solution of backtracking on their strengths leaves most people feeling a bit cheated. So look no further than a little show that I think some of you have heard of. One Punch Man is a revolutionary show, in more than just one way. It gave us a potential solution to the problem of power creep, and that is giving your protagonist all of the power. Seems counterintuitive, but if played correctly, it can turn your show from a predictable, slow power creep to, oh shit, well, looks like that problem's solved. Here's my point. If your character gets continuously stronger to the point where there is no return to normacy, you can use your own character's strengths against them. Having your character be accidentally too powerful to the point where he can't fight weaker opponents because if he does, he'll create more property damage than what would have been worth capturing his opponent, it turns it into a unique situation. Or make your overpowered character have some sort of fatal flaw that really messes with him in the most important situations. For instance, Saitama can't fly or teleport, so he has to run to each fight scene. Maybe even making it a joke that your character can't pass a driver's test, so he has to sprint to everything. Make the important scenes not about being purely powerful, but about how despite being so strong, problems can still occur. Leading me to my next solution: making antagonists specialize at attacking your protagonist's weakness. For instance, we're going to go ahead and backtrack a little bit and talk about Hunter x Hunter again. Hisoka is an example of an antagonist who is, in essence, strong, but also specializes in attacking Gon. Gon is predictable, hard-headed, and strong, whereas Hisoka's motives are always unclear, even going as far as working with Gon in multiple arcs. He's an incredibly unpredictable character that really throws Gon off anytime he has to deal with him. He's an awesome antagonist who will always be a pain in Gon's ass no matter how much stronger Gon gets, but only because Hisoka specializes in fucking with Gon. The third and final solution is a little something I like to call mastery. It's actually something I haven't personally seen in anime yet, but it's a common solution in most video games that have to deal with these problems. Create a fixed cap for how strong characters can be that no one can surpass. Then focus on the uniqueness of the execution of said abilities. The closest show that comes to mind when exploring this idea is none other than My Hero Academia. A lot of the characters have strong powers, but a lot of their strength comes from their unique application of those powers. Instead of Bakugo just creating huge explosions, he uses them more so to increase his mobility. The same can be said for most of the class, along with the pro heroes featured in the show. Power creep is a bitch. It's a pain to deal with and can turn shows that were seemingly good into shit. But there are some known solutions of how to fix these power creep problems. Granted, shows already suffering from this don't really have a choice and can't turn back, but I've intentionally been keeping track of these new shows to see if any have been applying any of these ideas. Death March to a Parallel World is a generic mess, but I do want to bring up that they've taken up one of these ideas, which I'd like to say is a good start. When looking to solve a problem with your own medium, sometimes it's advantageous to look elsewhere. I think this is especially true with anime. I'm not much of a gamer anymore, but taking ideas from gaming and understanding how they solve their own problems can be incredibly helpful. And that's my idea on how to solve the problem with power creep. Thank you guys for watching. This video was a bit rushed for convention reasons, so I'm sorry about that, but nevertheless, I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Speaking of which, if you're watching this video as it goes live, I'm currently at Anime LA. So if you happen to see me walking around the floor, please come up and say hi. I'd love to meet some of you guys. And if you just want to hang out, feel free to tweet at me and we can meet up somewhere. It'll be cool. A huge shout out to all of my patrons. You guys are the lifeblood of this channel. Seriously, ad rates are terrible right now. If you want to see how I edit, chat with me, or just supporting the channel, I run a $1 a month Patreon to make that as easy as possible. Make sure you guys share, like, comment, and subscribe. This is Manime Matt. Make sure you guys see, man, go watch that goddamn anime!